guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Got a happy song today. We're gonna learn how to do Shiny Happy People by R.E.M. So pretty simple track. However, to play it exactly like Peter Buck does it, there is some kind of tricky muting that you're gonna have to doing quite a bit. And we also have a little bit easier way we could play it, the same exact notes. So I'm going to kind of give you both options, especially on this like one specific chord. Now, before I get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell so you know it's a new video. You can like and comment, really watch the videos, it really helps. And if you truly want to support what I do here on YouTube, which I hope you do, and want these song lessons to continue, the best way to do it is to join my Guitar Academy. You've probably heard about it before. It's the GL365 Academy. You can see a link to it in the description. Please check it out. That link will give you a free 7-day trial as well, so you can check out full access to the entire academy, all my courses, from courses for complete beginners to more advanced courses on technique, improvisation, ear training, theory, guitar tone. You get personalized support from me. I'm also live pretty much every weekend, just a live stream with Academy members only, so they can ask me questions in real time. So it's a really fun little hang, and we got a great community, so please come join us. Free 7-day trial. All right, let's jump into this. So I'm in standard tuning here. We have this little intro, which is also the bridge of the song, which looks like this. All right, so it's gonna start with a standard G major chord. And then we're gonna take that down to an E minor. And then to a B minor bar chord. So that's gonna be a bar from the high E string across to the 5th string. So from the high E to the A, so 5 strings. And in front of that, you're gonna have the 3rd fret there on the B, the 4th fret there on the G, and then the 4th fret there on the D. And then we're gonna go to a C major chord with G in the bass. So how do you play that? It's like you probably know the regular C major. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this note that's playing the 3rd fret there on the A string, and we're gonna move it over to the 3rd fret of the low E. And then we're gonna place the note that we just picked up on the A string with our pinky. So we still have that full C, but we're gonna have this G in the bass. All right, so we have this. Now, as he holds this chord, you have that little fill in there, which is he's gonna lift up the note on the D string. So it's an open D, and you're gonna hammer back onto the 2nd fret, and then back down to the open D, and then back to the 2nd fret. So first one's a hammer, and then you just pick it. So we have this. Now to end it, to lead us into the main riff of the song, the kind of chorus riff, instead of going to C with G in the bass played like this, like an open position, open chord, we're gonna go up to here and play the C as a bar chord and still put the 5th in the bass. So basically what that's gonna entail is you're gonna bar the 5th fret across the D, G, and the B. And then you're gonna be barring the 3rd fret across the A and the low E. And you kind of hit those 5 strings kind of 4 times. So we have this. All right, then we get to this main riff, which is really the chorus of the song. It looks like this. Then we get to the verse. All right, so that lick, it starts with a pull off. So we're gonna play the 2nd fret on the high E string, pull off to the open high E. Then you're gonna pick 2, 0. So pick the same 2 notes. Then come over to the B string, open B, pick that a few times. then hammer on 0 to 2 on the B. So this. Then you're going to play the open high E string again, open B again, and then 2, 0 on the high E string. So this. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing, except for a little bit different ending. And you basically just stop after that hammer on, 0 to 2 on the B, you go to the high E string, you just let that ring. So we have this. All right, and then we're going to do the riff again. So you saw when that second time through, both times were I completed the riff. I didn't pause there. So it's just kind of this for the whole intro, or the whole main riff in the intro. And that takes us into the verse. Now the verse is the one that is the most challenging part of the song, mainly because of the muting and how Peter's actually playing it. So it's hard to get exact footage of what's going on, especially for the first two chords, but the progression looks like this. So this is where I'm going to show you kind of an easier way to play one of these chords. So it starts with an F sharp minor chord. And so you can just bar the top 3 strings at the 2nd fret, and then at the 4th fret there on the D. And then it goes to basically just the open B and the open high E string together. So it's really kind of going down to an E major. But he's not wanting you to hear the 3rd. So it's kind of just really trying to hear it as an E power chord. And this is where a lot of the muting comes in, because he doesn't want the 3rds being heard in these chords, except for the very first one. You basically hear the top 2 strings after that. So what I do here, a lot of times, I go back and I kind of put my hand and the fingers into the E major chord shape, but I try not to push down the strings at all. So basically, if any of the notes come out on these strings, they're the proper notes, but they're, like I said, you're only hearing kind of the top 2 strings there, and you want to kind of just be muting the rest. So we have this. So if that you accidentally push down too hard, it's just an E major chord, which works anyway. So but basically, you're just trying to hit the open B and high E string after that F sharp minor. Then what he does is he takes it to an A sus2 chord, and he does it up here instead of just playing it very easily right here. He plays the exact same notes, but in a way that requires you to mute the G string. So easy way of doing this chord: open A string, 2nd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, open B, open high E string. So you're right here anyway. But what I always see him do it live is he jumps up here to the 5th fret. He still omits the 3rd he plays the 5th fret on the low E string, 7th on the A, 7th on the D, and he mutes that G string. You can mute it with your pinky or your index finger. And then we're gonna have the open B, open high E. So that's kind of a more awkward way of doing it, for me at least. But he probably did it because the next chord is this E5 chord. There's just another omitting the 3rd. So open E, 7th fret on the A, 9th on the D, 9th on the G, open B, open high E. So he's gonna do it here, and then come up here. I almost think it's easier to just go and still come up and grab that chord, because this chord is kind of a bear to mute that G string. So all together. Or you can just do the A down there, and whatever way you want to do it. From there, it goes to the pre-chorus, which is just 2 chords. It starts with just a G, and it's not the, I usually see him when he plays it live, he's doing the bar chord version of the G. Back to that main riff. So it's just a bar chord, G major chord. So that's a full bar at the 3rd fret. In front of it, 4th fret on G, 5th fret on the D, and then 5th fret on the A. And then what it's going to do is going to go to an E major chord. And then as he holds that, you're going to lift up the note that's on the D string to make it an open D, so to make it an E dominant 7 chord. So kind of leads us back to that main riff, which is also the chorus of the song, but we covered the main riff already. Then it goes back to the same verse, same pre-chorus, and same chorus again. And then we get to that bridge section, which all that is what we did in the intro. And then they just go into the outro chorus, which they kind of just do the version. Or they leave that open right there and then repeat it. So there's just kind of that opening, that where it kind of that second time, I let the open E string just ring. They kind of repeat that version of the riff till, I guess, till the end of the song. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty simple to play, but like I said, some of that muting in the verse is a little bit tricky to play it exactly like Peter Buck does. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.